Ice Fisherman, look at this guy. I got a 22-foot Elite with a slide out in charcoal. Look at that. It is so nice. We are going to talk a little bit about this guy. Hopefully you can hear me. It's a little windy out, so hopefully I don't sound like I'm shouting, but who knows. We've got a GS galvanized frame on this guy. Look how nice and thick and beefy that thing is. I mean, it is going to hold up really well. There's a spot there for your pins. We also bring it in with the matching spare tire. That is so cool. And right in between here, the build, right in between the frame and where the wall starts, there's a tar membrane right between the frame and that first piece of the wall, the wood that gets bolted down there. So it's virtually waterproof right there. And you could see right here how nicely finished off the caulking is, right? It's no sag caulking. So, I mean, you can't beat that. There's the slide out, and it has a slide topper on top of it. I'll try to get a good picture of it here. There's a little bit of sun in the way. But there's the slide topper, so if anything gets on there, when you pull it in, it's gonna fall right off. This slide out is built better than camper slides. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna show you. It's got windows in it, and it's finished underneath. Look at that, all the way across. I mean, you just can't beat it. It's got all the seals all the way around. I mean, it is just awesome. We brought it in with the smooth siding. You can get the smooth aluminum siding in 8 different colors. You could also order it in the corrugated sliding, which is more like that. It's a little bit less expensive that way, but we think this looks really good, so we brought all ours in with that. And all these decals are reflective, where it says Explorer here at night. If somebody shined lights on it, it would definitely be reflective. So there's a power electric awning on this side over here, and that has built-in speakers. There's LED lights right there. Rain spouts on the end. There's a little antenna right there. Tankless on-demand water heaters this year. There's spray foam floor underneath. Here's a good look at the hydraulic setup. Again, GS travel lock pin, nice and beefy, I should say. It's heavy duty. Nice looking tires, heavy duty tires. I try to get a shot of the spray foam floor under here. Let's see, yeah, look at that. I mean, they do a really good job. It's really thick. If you try to do that yourself, it'll never be that good. These guys are pros. And then on the back, you got a 2-inch receiver hitch. And around all the windows and doors, they do double studs. Not all brands do that with the double studs. You have an R18 radiant wrap on the wall also, 16-inch on center. The fully walkable roof, and it's a one-piece seamless rubber roof. And there up top there is a 13,500 BTU air conditioner. So that's up there. And another thing about the hydraulics, there's a remote control for the hydraulics, and there's also a backup paddle when we get on the inside. I can show you that. Underneath the couch, there's a paddle, so if you lose your remote, you could always do that. And then 30-pound propane tanks on the front is kind of a big deal too. So you got 2 nice big propane tanks. Look how nicely finished off it all is. Looks really good. We're gonna go on the inside. You see it has an extra light right there, and then a gas strut, so it holds the door open just like that. I'm going to pause this for a second because it's kind of a big step up when you don't have it down to the ground or the ice. All right, now we're inside. I mean, look at the fit and finish, just second to none. There's a lift bed up there. We brought it in with the storage in front of it, but there's a queen size electric lift bed right up in there. But we're gonna start right here. 12 volt shut off switch right there. ducted heat. It's a 30,000 BTU Forced Air Furnace and 3/4 inch marine treated plywood underneath the vinyl floor right here. They also caulk around everything. You see right there, all up there, caulking all around the ceiling, also even on the counters. They caulk in the cracks there. I mean, just can't beat it. We bring it in with the raised panel doors, Cedar, and those look really nice. There's a light up in there that glows blue, and that whole cabinet will glow. Microwave, lots of room here, plug-ins everywhere, lights up underneath. There's a nice cutting board right here with the little Glacier logo on it for your sink. That's a nice sink. Speakers, lights on the ceiling. Right over here you have a AM, FM, CD, Bluetooth stereo. There's speakers inside and out. And then we're gonna go over here, show you the bathroom. So this is good for winter and summer. Foot flush toilet. Boy, they got Glacier written everywhere. It just looks so nice. There's a sink right there, a working medicine cabinet. There's your fan, nice big shower, nice big shower surround. Tankless water heater, like I say, there's the control for it. The light switches and then a little shelf up top. And we'll come out here to the slide out. Now these are residential windows in here, they're vinyl, so no more condensation. They're easy to clean. They pull in, so you can slide it up a little bit, open it up so you can clean them from the inside. Jackknife sofa. So this is a removable table, and then that jackknife sofa lays right down right there. And you got storage underneath there also, so that'll pop right out. More plugs for charging, more spots to put stuff in. And they got charging centers around just like that. So if you're using your AC, you flip it up. If you're using the fireplace, you flip it down. I doubt you'll be using both at the same time. But there's this, oh, look how nice that fireplace looks. Drawers underneath it. Look at this. No slam drawers. I mean, that's slick. And unlike some of the other brands, there's actually knobs and pulls on these things. You're not going to find that on our competition brand. Something so simple, but it makes life so much easier. And then I'm going to put this up. You can see there's storage in here. There's storage on the other side. And then on this side, this wheel well, there's more storage and more drawers. And they're mortise and tenon. So you can see, let's see if we can find one that's easier to see. Yeah, right there, see? They're not stapled and glued. It's all good hardwood. Cedar fronts. More storage there. This was an option. We bring it in with most every option. Look how nice that cedar looks. It's glued on every stud, 16 on center. Also glue behind every knot before they put the backing in. Nice spot right here for your TV. We got a nice big gas electric fridge right here. Fridge and freezer. So look at all that. Awesome. For summer, right? All kinds of holes. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 holes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow. You can fish everywhere in this. If you come into this guy, this is what you're going to find in here. All the standards, and then any options that we added. And like I say, we build them a little bit different. We bring them in with the 2 holes under the removable table. So if you want to move the table and fish under there too, you can. This is a nice big U-shaped. So this is like a queen bed. You got a queen bed up top there. Nice big, we bring it in with the double windows in the back. Digital thermostat, more charging centers. This flips up, so now you got a little spot for whatever you might need to put there, you know, your Vexlar or whatever kind of a fish finder you're using. Storage down here. And everything is sanded off. Look, I can run my hand around here and it's not getting all splintered up. Everything is really well made. There's even a storage up there. Hooks for your coats. There's the air conditioner. Plenty of lights. Reversible ceiling fan, and that's a big residential ceiling fan right there. Can't beat that. And then the last thing I kind of wanted to touch on was the cedar. So this is an inland red cedar, and Glacier uses that because it's a better quality cedar. It's tongue and grooved. They're all slatted, and they're put together, like I say, they're glued one on top of the other, stapled 16 on center. But being that it's an inland red cedar, no rain, I should say no ocean water and no salt gets to the trees, because the northern end of the Rockies in Idaho, there's no oceans, right? It's right in the middle of the country, so they call it an inland red cedar. No salt gets to the trees and weakens the cedar. So very strong cedar. You can see it has a nice uniform look. A really, really sharp, very well built fish house. This one has the slide in it, the pleated shades, which is nice. They just pull up and down. I'm going to do one of these windows for you. See if I can do it with one hand. So pops open like this. Then you flip these little levers. Flip the one on the other side. And then look, it folds in so you could do your cleaning from the inside. And again, vinyl, so it's not going to have condensation and get water inside your nice new Glacier fish house. So you don't want this color, we can order you one. You want different options, let me know, we can order you one. But I think we brought it in pretty darn nice. So give me a shout. My name's John, Venture RV in West Fargo. We'll take care of you. Thank you.